I wish Danny knew how to, because sometimes you can do a window in your screen that shows you, and then a window that shows the game. All right.
Daddy,
Yes?
can I go
watch your show. Hello, everybody watching after the fact. Welcome back to Viking MTG. Decided to stream a little arena today. Finally feeling better after the 2 weeks being pretty well down and out. Things have been crazy at work, so I've had no time to. I haven't even had time to edit the videos I have recorded. Hardly had time to put my daughter to bed and sleep at night. But in my business, this is the holidays, and then January, February, March are the busiest time of the year. So just trying to keep it up. I do have I got some videos put together here. Not sure if you can even see what's on what I just popped up. I got to do some editing, but as you can see here, I've got some episodes of Booster Battles with some fun stuff. I got a Battle Bond quickie to post, and I got some other videos I produced. I just got to post them, so takes a little while to edit the videos properly. And sometimes I'll let a swear word or something slip out, and I have to make sure that's not on the video when I put it out, because your videos get flagged, and the moment they get flagged, they just stop. Less people see your videos when they get tagged. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Just playing a little arena while I have a few minutes. Daughter's watching TV, which I usually don't like letting her do, because kids just turn weird when you let them watch too much TV. Alright, I guess I'll take this hand. I wouldn't mind a little ramp, but it'll have to work. A nap? What is that? I haven't taken a nap in a long while. Since my kids stopped taking naps, I pretty much can't take a nap. We'll go with this. I put Triumphant Gerard in here because I thought it'd be fun to play with. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control with the greatest power, and target creature you control with the greatest power gains flying first strike and lifelink until end of turn. So you can take a Carnage Tyrant and give it flying and first strike. It's pretty good. But you don't want to play it till you've got something big out. Oh, and lifelink. So with the +2/+2 it'll give, Regisaur Alpha, Infernal Hellion, maybe good. I didn't get very good draws here. This is mainly a Naya Dinos. I put Lyra into it, and that Triumph of Gerard, which I'll go ahead and discard Triumph on. I got Sarkon's Unsealing, which of course I'm not drawing, and I just lost this. Against this discard, I mean, without the mana, I'm not drawing lands, which is bad. I got a lot of lands in this deck, and it's like 26 lands, or 25, 26. Yeah, there's nothing you can discard, pal. Now he knows I got squat. Yeah, it would. It would definitely be good. Anything that plays with counters. It would have been unbelievable if you could have brewed when Winding Constrictor was around. It would have been great. See, I just can't do this. I'm going to concede. Not going to happen. Now he's got Thief of Sanity out. I'll start skimming my deck and discarding on my lands. Then we'll get another shot here. Yeah, it would have been broken horribly. Would have been crazy. I think that's probably why they didn't make that card during that standard. Essentially give it +4/+4 2 turns, and then give it flying first strike and lifelink. That'd be pretty crazy on save. Verdurous Gearhulk. 9/9 Gearhulk with flying first strike and lifelink. This is I take forever to sideboard guy. Yes. Oh yeah, that sounds funny. Sad to watch the Vikings lose. I didn't think they'd beat the Patriots, and I was right. Patriots are just too good at home. I think I'm going to have mana issues again. I'd say he discards Shaper's Sanctuary. These draws are rough. At least I get Sanctuary out. It's true. Really hoping I can draw a fourth land here. Although he's having land troubles. And again, land screwed. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Only keep 4 or 5 land hands? It doesn't really work. Again. Oh, this is depressing. Hoping they hit a... there we go. He's not hitting blue mana, so that makes it easy for me to know what to cast. Now I can get dirty with him. Because I don't have to play I don't have to actually resolve the spells to do the damage to him. I'm going to play both on... He'll discard the other Unsealing, I guarantee it. He'd be stupid not to, but... Not going to speak for his intelligence level. I've started recognizing a lot of names on here. You play a lot of the same people over and over, unfortunately. He's not going to like what's about to happen. He's discarding both of my Phoenixes. Oh, and the Hellion. And here we go. Mr. Alpha. 8 to the face. And 3 more. Yes, he did. Picked really bad. Yeah, that hostage taker ain't gonna help him much. Especially when I get to draw cards. He can't cast it, and I'll get it back, and I'll get another dino. That was not a good move. And I swing and win. That's what happens when it works right. But I doubt he sideboards Unmoored Ego. We'll find out. This is a big mess. Please pick this up. Mommy is going to be upset. Look at the mess. Big mess. Please pick it up. You know Mommy will be upset. Pick up the stuff by your kitchen. Please. You can just stuff it back in the kitchen. Real easy. Just stuff it all back in there real quick. And then pick up all that Barbie stuff behind the couch. Real easy to do. Put it back in the tub you had it in. for picking your stuff up. Olivia? 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 Thank you for picking your stuff up. Yeah, I think I'll stick with this. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. I didn't put a side. I forgot I don't have a sideboard on this deck. I never built a sideboard for it, because I was just playing one-ofs. Definitely have to build a sideboard for it. Yeah, it should be fine, but I've got all this creature removal. I guess it's good if he plays Thief of Sanity. I can get rid of Thief of Sanity. That's generally the yeah, that's true. That's generally the biggest play for this black-blue that I hate, is that Thief of Sanity. Alright. Goreclaw time. Makes everything so much cheaper. Makes your Kindling Phoenix 2 red. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 red mana. It's a bit of a problem. And he killed it. That's okay. Do I lava coil it, or do I deafening clarion it? I say I lava coil it. Keep the clarion if he really gets happy. I call her Sugar Bear. Yeah, she's awesome, but unfortunately too easily removed. Chupacabra is a crazy card. For being an uncommon, it's a crazy card. If it was a rare and came out as like a 3/3 or a 4/4, it would be one of the most expensive cards in Standard. I really don't want to play the Phoenix because I feel like he's holding on to a counterspell. I'm going to wait him out. I'm going to let him cast something here. Because I got a card I'm more than glad to discard. How awesome would it be to put First Strike and Lifelink on a Rekindling Phoenix? See, he is holding on to a counterspell. There's no way that he would go 2 turns without casting something if he wasn't holding on to a counterspell. Yep. Oh, there goes Rekindling Phoenix. That's too bad. Now he'll probably play more. So, if you're watching this, you know, I like to do scam baiting every once in a while. And, oh, quite often, actually. I enjoy doing it, but I don't always film it. And, actually, I've only filmed it once. But, really, it's becoming a plague in the U.S. and in Canada. In most countries, it's becoming a plague. And the majority of it, yeah, I'm not drawing anything. It's really terrible. I'll probably switch to a different deck after this. But if you do get the opportunity, especially if one calls you, you need to waste the hell out of their time. Because scammers, you know, they kind of live they live for, you know, fooling people. And they fool the old and the weary and the just plain stupid. most of the people that fall for their crap are unfortunately simpletons, or people who have enough money that they don't care about paying $400 to a tech support scammer. Yeah, I'm going to concede here. This isn't even worth the time. There's no way I'll get enough out. But it's kind of sad. And the number of senior citizens that get scammed, you've really got to inform your... Like, my parents, I'm not worried about it. My dad was the director of security for a power company, director of network security for a power company for 35 years. He knows as much, if not more, about computers than I do, and he's almost 70. So, yes, Olivia. I'm going to play this unblockable deck. Give me just a second. Daddy live streaming and I have people on the call, people on the video, real people. How about you watch Swim Tactics today? Alright, I'm back. So, Deb, I'll give him credit, of course. Deb with SBMTG built this deck. I call it unblockable because that's what it is. It uses... There's 3 creatures in standard right now. They're all green, but they all have a rule that they can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So if you put menace on them, they're completely unblockable. And they're big creatures, so it's fun. You use Captain's Hook and you put it on, say, on Hungering Hydra, and Hungering Hydra is completely unblockable. But as far as scammers, you really need to let if you have older grandparents or, your parents themselves are getting up there in age, you really need to let them know about these scams going around. And the newest scam that's come out, and they're really nasty, and some of them are based in the U.S., but the majority of them are based in India. They're debt collector scammers. And normally, they've never really done it. I don't know why. I've never heard of them doing it until recently. They call, and the scary part is they gather information. I don't know how they get it. You must be able to submit public, Information Act requests, but they get your debt history, and they'll call you and say, I'm from a company essentially where you've already paid your debt off, or you owe debt to that company, and say you owe us this much money. And you're like, oh crud, I paid that off, but at the same time, you're being threatened by these scammers to, if you don't pay this amount of money immediately, we're going to sue you, or we're going to send the police to your house, or whatever. And some people get really scared and immediately pay the money and then find out they just paid the wrong person. They may have actually owed that money, but, they just paid the wrong person, so you got nothing out of it. You have to be really careful. And there's certain tips with those guys, because one of them was calling my wife and saying there was a debt we paid off a long time ago. It was like a credit card or something, and it wasn't even delinquent, but we called and paid, like $250 on it and paid it off. And this company's calling us and saying, you owe us, all this money, and you need to pay it off now. We've got interest and this and that. You owe us $727 or something. And the guy's from India, clearly. The accent is so heavy. It's funny when the accent is so heavy that it's like, there's no way in heck that you're in the U.S. And I was calling myself when they answered. I was like, no, this isn't, my wife's name. And he says, well, who is this? I said, this is George Washington. And I called myself George Washington for 5 minutes while he asked really evasive, weird questions. And he never caught on to it. And I said, so you're in the United States, huh? Yes? I said, you don't know who George Washington is? That was it. I said, I'm going to hang up the phone now, scammer. And he started cussing in Hindi, and that's what I knew. I'm like, yeah, you're a scammer. Whatever. So you got to really, somebody, somebody of my, younger age. I'm not talking young, but somebody 20s, 30s, probably 30s, 40s, 50s. We're gonna know. You're gonna get that vibe. But there's some people out there who won't get that vibe, and there's some people out there who will pay that money. And it's dangerous. It's real dangerous. I had one the other day. I was at work, and somebody sent me, because I'm part of a Discord group for scam baiters, and somebody sent me this number, and he said they're really, really, really dumb scammers. Give them a call. Well, that hurt. Ouch, that hurt. But he just made necrotic wound good. They were really, really bad, though. I call, and the guy was stone stupid. Was calling myself Abe Lincoln. Like there's anybody left in the world named Abe Lincoln. And he bought it. He bought it hook, line, and sinker. I had this guy remoted into a VMware, remoted into a VMware PC, and just led this guy on for a full hour while I worked. I mean, a full hour. And he pulls up the web page to put in my credit card number and everything, and I pull up one of the PayPal. You can go on PayPal's site, and they have essentially a test site, a test credit card number, and they look like real credit card numbers, but they won't get approved. And it's you're not risking anybody getting their identity stolen or whatever. That's not how it works. But it's a lot of fun. It's just fun to waste their time. I get a real kick out of it. Some people might think, oh, you're crazy and you're wasting your own time, but I'm really not. I'm doing it while I'm doing other things or while I'm cleaning the bathroom or whatever. And I'm not wasting my time. I'm wasting theirs, and I'm enjoying every second of it. So I find it to be quite worth my time. But yeah, I'm going to film some videos doing it. I'll probably take a whole day off at some point when I'm home alone and just spend a couple hours recording and calling scammers and just torture them. Just make their life a living hell. It'll be nice. This guy's got a weird deck. Very weird deck. Nothing but removal. Non-stop removal. Not like killing Squee does any good. It's just going to cast him again. Keeps removing every dang thing I put out. Not that I wouldn't do the exact same thing, but yeah, this ain't gonna happen. I'm getting bored tonight with this. I don't know why. Some nights you get on the game and it's just like, no matter what the game is, you get on the game, you're like, meh, I don't like this much. But here, I'm gonna go ahead and play some negates. He's not gonna like it when I counter all this stuff. Negates and pilfering imps. I like to be able to discard people's stuff and have a flyer on the board too. We'll take those necrotic wounds out and take the guild summit out. Dev may like that card, but I've never gotten any real use out of it. I might actually take the guild gates out of this. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't like the lands coming in tapped. Unless I want to play a shock land late and not pay the 2 life for it. Be Stupid, that's an interesting name for an account. I saw a guy yesterday with a super profane name. I'm surprised he was able to create that. I won't even repeat what it was. It was terribly profane. And for a Navy vet to say that, trust me, it was bad. But they throw a number in there, whatever, and it fools the system. Oh, Drew to the cow. And I will play District Guide. Go get a gate. It helps delay to the Guild Pact. Might as well swing. Go for that 1 damage. Yeah, that's true. Oh, darn it. I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back in a minute.